being a mother of 7, I think that increased the problem that I'm going to talk about today, because my first child was born in 1989 and my last child was born in 2012. So I had them over a 44-decade span. And my last child, I was almost 45 when I had him. And when I stopped weaning him, I was like, I was just slammed into menopause. It was like hours after he weaned, boom, had hot flashes, and I couldn't sleep, and all of the things they talk about, and it was horribly annoying. I went on some special supplements at the time. Now, this was, maybe 6-8 years ago, and that helped a lot. Helped by about 60%. I was able to get back the symptoms. But what I noticed is that I was continuing to have memory issues. And I remember talking to a salesperson on the phone one time, and she said, and she mentioned something about menopause. And I said, oh my gosh, my memory, I can't think of anything. She says, I think I'm getting Alzheimer's. And that just hit me. I thought, oh my goodness, my grandfather died of Alzheimer's. His sister died of Alzheimer's. I'm Scandinavian, and it's really common with that genetic background. And so I'm thinking it was bad. It wasn't just sort of memory things here or there, like forgetting someone's name. It was, I lost my passport. I lost my keys. I lost my purse. I lost my phone constantly. I lost my credit cards. I would go to a drawer and open it up and see something in there that I had no recollection of ever putting there. And typically when you're looking for something and all of a sudden you'll look at the place you put it and the memory comes back, and as you're walking towards that place, you have the memory, oh, that's where I put it. Nope, nothing, zero, blank, horrible, scary. My youngest child is only 11 years old. I can't get Alzheimer's. Okay. So what I noticed first when I was using the patches, I was just thinking I was going to use them for sleep. I really didn't even expect my memory to get helped. And because along with the symptoms of menopause, I was up at night 4 or 5 times a night. And oftentimes I would wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I would look at the clock and I could just feel I am awake. Don't even try to go back to sleep. Just get up and start working, because you're just going to lay there for 4 hours and waste time. And I hate to waste time. So many nights I spent working, and then that just throws off your whole schedule. So you're tired the next day, and it's just not good for you. Research just came out, I think I was just reading it yesterday, that one of the indications of Alzheimer's is not getting deep sleep. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a vicious circle. I am not sleeping, so my memory's going, and my memory's going, so I'm not sleeping, and it's just going on and on. Also, I found out that estrogen is your brain's food. So when you stop making it, your brain is starving, and the starving brain is why I was having such severe symptoms, but also that contributes to Alzheimer's. And there is now a link between people who have severe menopause symptoms and Alzheimer's. So that'll just even more scary. What I found, though, when I used from the very first night, I used the patches. I have to say, I know people say you should start with X39. I got in there. I bought everything I possibly could from the very start. I was so excited about everything. I bought the diamond pack and actually Jan Rand went in and put I even know what I was buying. I said, just fill up my basket. So I got to use everything from the beginning. So I don't know which did which, but that very first night, I think I probably only had Silent Night on because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I slept like a baby. I remember closing my eyes and waking up again, and closing them and opening them again. And it was morning. It was the weirdest feeling. It felt like I was a time traveler, because I just traveled through time. Typically, I would see the whole clock go around, like, I'm traveling through time. And so that was just, I don't know if I've experienced that. I can't remember. Maybe when I was like 4. And what I tell people is what the feeling is when you sleep this deeply. When you're a little kid, like you're 3 years old, and you fall asleep in the car, and then you magically wake up in your bed the next morning. That is the same feeling you get from having this kind of sleep, which makes me think that I haven't slept well deeply for decades, because I don't remember sleeping like this since I was a child. And I don't, I'm dreaming again. And I remember my dreams, at least for a little while, before no dreams. And so what I noticed is that the odd hot flash that would come, those are all gone. And my word retrieval has improved so much. My memory has improved so much. I'm so funny because I'll be thinking, where are my keys? They go, oh. And I do a little happy dance because I remember where they are, and I go and there they are. It's like, all of the things that I used to experience around memory are all here again. And I can't tell you just the elation of knowing that I'm not going to lose my mind, that my children are going to have a mother. I have perfect confidence now. And what I realized with the SP6, because that's like the one patch I didn't have at first, and I was still getting good results, but then I put that on too. And I don't know if that really added anything, but I'm doing that because I found it, because I don't really have trouble with weight or appetite or anything like that. But I found out afterwards that that's good for hormones. So I've been using that to help feed my brain. And since I have been using that, again, I can't, there's cause and effect, I cannot tell you exactly, but my word retrieval is amazing. It's funny, I was talking to Kimberly from Hawaii at Arizona, and she said the same thing. She's like, there's a word, there's a word, there's a word. And it's like they just fall from the sky into your brain. There's no more searching. And I talk really, really fast. So if I can't think of a word, it's super obvious because I'm going, and I just stop because I can't remember what the next word is. And so now that doesn't happen. I'm just talking as fast. All the words are coming. I'm like going to rule the world. My house is clean. I'm just so thrilled. But I have to say, I was traveling 3 weeks. I was like here, there, and everywhere for 3 weeks. And I was in hotels, driving, flying, and I just did not put the patches on. I think I got kind of cocky thinking, oh yeah, I'm good. Well, I was about 3 weeks when I just didn't have them. I started having memory problems again. I couldn't find my purse. I couldn't get the word out. And that was proof to me that this is not this. I wasn't one and done. I need to stay on these for the rest of my life. Literally, I would rather leave my house without my shoes and my purse and my clothes than leave the house without these patches. I'm never, ever going to stop using these because my memory is way more important than anything.